Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real Chat Daddy Show. Ladies and gentlemen, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. Glad to be back with you guys on a beautiful Wednesday. It is hump day for most of you guys, but it is our Friday here on the show. And we have another great show planned for your viewing and listening pleasure. How many of you in our audience have ever wanted a second chance on life? How many have wanted to press the reset button? How many of you have been through such traumatic things that you're like, God, if I just had another chance to do it all over again, I would? Well, tonight we're going to talk to a gentleman who has really a very inspiring story. He is a folk-Americana artist and an acclaimed sound designer. He has worked on such films and television projects, including No Country for Old Men, as well as Hidden Figures and Eyes of Tammy, Faye. And when we meet this gentleman tonight, I'm sure you guys will be impressed, just like we are, from just doing our research and checking into who he is and what he does. And he's going to talk about how he battled cancer, but after coming out of his battle, he's now on the other side of living his life for him. And I'm sure a lot of us understand that and really want to live our lives for ourselves. Well, sitting in the co-host chair is a woman who lives her life for herself. Her dash will be full. A lot of times people are born and then they die. And as she always says, what's in between that dash? Well, Kay Renee has lived between that dash. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Our good friend, Miss Kay Renee of Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge. What's up?
Hi, dear. Hello, everyone. Happy hump day to some, but happy Friday to the big brother.
Yay.
You know, as you mentioned, Art, it's a beautiful Wednesday, and we
yes,
just hope
it is.
Not too hot, not too cool. You know, this weekend here in Chicago is the Bud Billiken Parade, the 93rd, I believe.
The 93rd annual after a 2-year hiatus. Yes.
So, you know, we're having so much. The Black Women's Expo is this weekend here in Chicago. So we're wishing Mary Green lots of love and lots of prosperity for her this weekend. So we just, you know, it's good to be here on this day.
Yes, it is. Yes. I'm glad to be back with you. It was so funny when we were behind the scenes. I said, "Oh, is that purple you have on?" You said it's blue. I said, "Well, either way it go, look like we're matching color schemes tonight, and we both feel great, and we have just a lot to talk about tonight." So I just want to get this party started. I'm looking forward to talking to our guest at the bottom of the hour. You know, his story is just so inspirational to me, and just I can't wait to hear it firsthand. All right, well, let's get into some of the news stories of the day. I won't give you guys the latest COVID-19 update information, even though we are a health and wellness show. Because the COVID numbers are given once a week, when we return back on Monday, I'll give you guys what the outcome was for this week. As you guys all know, monkeypox is still on the rise. I know quite a few people have gone to get vaccinated. We'll probably have to get an expert on to talk to us again in the next couple of weeks about this if the numbers continue to keep going up. I saw today where Atlanta, Georgia, even though I think they were saying 31% of the state is African American in Georgia, but 82% of the people who have monkeypox are Black people in the city in Atlanta. Yes. The numbers were just ridiculous there. And, you know, Atlanta is considered almost the gay capital of the South now. So, you know, it's a lot to be worried about with this situation. So, you know, I just tell people, please be careful and monitor yourself the best way possible. All right, Kay Renee, what do we have in the news? I'm going to let you start off tonight.
Well, you know, we talked about it briefly about number 45 in that raid. But see, there's more to the story, Art. Because it's not just about documents that he just kind of infiltrated, picked up, and walked away. Right. Interestingly enough, because I, you know, was doing a little research about 45 and this raid, the Secret Service the FBI had given his Secret Service 45 minutes to let them know we coming, which I thought that was interesting, how everything went down, right?
Right.
And lot of people are projecting. Well, here's nothing. President Biden did not know, and the White House did not know. Now, I find that a little bit hard to believe.
That the White House did not know that Mar-a-Lago was going to be raided.
That's what our press secretary said. President Biden had no knowledge. I just don't believe that, Art. I believe somebody probably slipped it to him, and he's probably saying he just kind of did a stoic face.
He probably was like, "Look, I got the after effects of COVID, so I don't remember nothing." That's probably what. Look, he gonna plead that. He gonna be like, "Look, I done had COVID twice in the last 2 weeks. What y'all told me, right?" So look, we gonna let him go on that one. We just gonna play like, okay, maybe he didn't know,
But the FBI and the Justice Department had notified his Secret Service team 45 minutes before they raided.
Wow.
And
wow.
And now, he has 45 has an opportunity to say, okay, what did I do? For him being silent, that says a lot. And again, it's not just the fact, yes, what he did was wrong. The fact, once you leave office, anything that you had access to that's classified, you can't be just walking up and saying, I'm going to keep this for my own personal gain. That's not the way this works. So
no, it's not. No.
I'm going to be following up with this story because I also feel this connected to the insurrection that took place on January 6th, 2021. So, and the sad part about this is there was protests that were happening saying, why is this being done to our former president? Unfortunately, because the Republican Party is very divided. Because they're very true conservatives, like with former Vice President Mike Pence, who's thinking about a run in 2024, who's going to there are going to be some people for him, but there are a lot of folks who are still for this man.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are staunch supporters of Donald Trump. They are. They really are.
I don't get it. And I feel no matter what is exposed about his man, there are going to be some people saying, well, that's just not true. And I'm like, God gave you sense. He gave you 6 cents. If you truly turn within, y'all need to just stop drinking the damn Kool-Aid and wake up. Stay woke.
Yeah, I find this interesting as well, too, that Trump is now pleading the Fifth Amendment. You know what I'm saying? So, please. Are you kidding me? At every turn, this man is going to try to dodge and get his way out of whatever it is. I mean, we've always said he was a shrewd businessman. I'm sure he keeps people on his team that are even shrewder than him. Birds of a feather flock together. So I'm sure all of this is going to be different. But my favorite thing are the memes of President Biden, Barack, and Hillary, and those little jokes that they have about the raid. That is so. She talking about, I'm at my house drinking Chardonnay while you at your house being raided. Right? I love it. I just think that is hilarious. But I don't know. This to me is a real true to life soap opera unfolding right before our eyes. It really is.
It is, and it's just really sad. But a part of me when Karine Pierre came out to the press room and said President Biden had no knowledge, and I'm like, girl, they paid you some serious money because there's no way he would not know. He is the commander.
Oh, absolutely, I mean, this is the comment, right? You see what our guest said? Absolutely, I think Biden. I think that Biden knew. Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll see.
This is not over. This ain't over. Because when they find, I guarantee whoever finds the stuff, some juicy stuff, is going to come out.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely going to come out. Look, as I always say, just watch, wait, and listen. But it's going to come out. It really is. All right. Very good. Enough about that. You got anything else before I go into a news story?
We're going to just pray for the folks. I don't know if you heard this in Evansville, Indiana, which is not that far from us. Unfortunately, a home exploded in Indiana.
Oh, wow.
3 people were dead, and I don't know what's going on with these, these disasters. Whether it's flooding in Kentucky. All this fire in California, and now we got this in Evansville. And I've been to Evansville, Art, for business, Let me
Yes.
just say this. I want to be in Evansville and go out of Evansville. Let me just
Oh,
say that.
absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
all I'm going to
Yes.
say on that subject.
Yes, I went to visit a friend in a part of Indiana where people were still riding around in horse and buggies. And we're talking about this was no more than 10, 12 years ago. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know people were still living. I know the Amish live like that, but I just, I'm thinking, Lord,
I think there's a strong Amish community in Indiana.
okay,
So
okay.
that could be the reason. But
Because
in certain
baby,
areas
when they came to Aldi's in the horse and buggy, I was like, wait now, wait. I was blown away. Right. He's head of the executive branch. The raid was part of the judicial branch. Biden does not need to know. Okay, interesting. Okay, all right.
Okay, he may not need to know, but we have spidey senses, y'all. We know he knew.
Yes. There are a lot of weird things going down, floods, fires, and so on. The Lord is trying to tell. Oh, I've been saying that. I've been saying the Lord is trying to tell us something. Matter of fact, the color purple need to be on TV every night.
That's right.
The color purple needs to be on TV.
God is trying to tell all of us something, y'all.
He really is. He really, ever since we've been doing this show, I have been saying that we are living in times that are of biblical proportion. Like, famine, plagues, unemployment, you name it. Let's even look at our political system, just all of that. Look at how many people are trying to run for mayor in the city of Chicago. Like, you got to be kidding me. Hey, somebody else jumped in the ring today.
I think we should do this. I think you and we could run for mayor. What about that?
Well, I think we could. I really do. I think we'd be the first duo. We'd be the first duo. I think we really could win. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, half these people running have not even done their job currently of what they do. So what do you mean you trying to run for mayor? I'm not understanding that. I don't either.
I think we should make an announcement that we're going to run for mayor. That'll be something really cool, honestly.
Yes. Yes, we would.
We would do right by people because we've lived here all our lives. We know what's going on. With the crime on the CTA, I'm getting really tired of hearing every single day that somebody is being hurt on the CTMA.
Ain't that crazy?
What's going on?
Yes, it is. It is. I feel the same way. I was saying just this past weekend that every Saturday and Sunday morning when I get up and turn the news on, something has happened on the CTA. Well, hell, that's happening every day now. This is not just every other day. This is happening every day. So I'm just like, no, you couldn't pay me to ride the CTA. You just could not. Thank God I have a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Because
And thank God I have access to one.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
The last time I've had ridden a bus or the L, let's just say this. We were talking about back down memory lane. That's the last time I rode a bus.
Oh my God. Well, I've ridden the bus everywhere in the world, but I will not ride the bus in Chicago. I rode the bus in Hawaii last year and enjoyed it. Sitting in the back of the bus, was the only person in the back of the bus, just all of that. I know I shouldn't have been in the back of the bus, y'all, but I just had to see what it felt like. I just had to. Forgive me, y'all. But I had to because it was like,
I'm sure Rosa Parks probably come and said, "Now, Art, you know better than this. I fought for us too."
I know, but I was in Hawaii. I had a beautiful tan. I had a fabulous outfit on, and then hell, I had a bus to myself. So I'm sorry, Rosa Parks. No disrespect. I know I shouldn't have sat in the back of that bus, but it just had been so long since I sat in the back of a bus. So yes, absolutely. All right. Well, K. Renee, I'm gonna give a news story now. This one really threw me for a loop. Yeah. Domino's announced that it will be closing its stores in Italy, of all places. Domino in Italy. What? I know. Let me finish. Okay. So Domino's went into market in Italy in 2015. And during the pandemic, Domino's did what was considered pretty well because no places in Italy, they don't do delivery in Italy. Italy is a place where you go out and eat, you get your food, you bring it back. Most people in Italy enjoy going out to dine. That's a very big customary thing. Well, Domino's had opened up restaurants in 2015, which I'm not understanding because Italy is the pizza capital of the world. And here you gonna go eat some damn Domino's, and no disrespect to Domino's. We've all had Domino's. It's not the best damn pizza on earth, but I couldn't imagine you spending the money to open Domino's franchises in Italy, but they're now closing them all down. The website revealed that the outlets in Turin, Parma, Rome, and other locations in Italy will be closed. They are closing. When you look at the Domino's international map, they are actually in 90 international markets, but Italy will no longer be one of the places. And actually, America is number one for the most pizza consumed, and Italy is number two. But Italy is actually where pizza was created. But that's kind of like when I travel with people, it cracks me up. If I go to wherever I'm going, I want to eat the native foods. I want to eat the foods that are customary to wherever it is. I know people that have gone all the way to Italy and said, "Oh, I'm just gonna eat McDonald's." Lord, is that a McDonald's? Because I know McDonald's. No, enjoy the local cuisine. Enjoy the flavor of where it is. Now, here's the deal. I might eat a McDonald's if we're out sightseeing and we're going to go eat a dinner later and I need to nourish myself. But I'm getting ready to eat 100% pure Italian food, and I'm definitely not going to get no damn pizza from Domino's. So what do you think about that?
I'm like you, Art. Anytime I go either in the nation or abroad, I definitely want to try the local fare. At least I can say I've tried it. I remember going to Prague, and I think I've always, and I said this on the show, if I ever get married again, but just put it out there, I want to be proposed in Prague.
Okay.
It's beautiful. The architecture, the food is just magnificent. And I don't know what they do to their meat, but it is just to live for. So, you can get, most time when you go to a different country, like lamb, for instance. And I've had a very great appreciation for lamb. And they make their lamb just totally different. And I was just like, wow, this is kind of cool. So I would never go to Prague, for instance, and say, I'm going to Wendy's and get me a single. Who does that?
Yeah, right. I got a question. Eva, let me see. Oh boy, many technical. Are we having the technical problems? Because on my end, look like we having a normal show. So let us know if it's on our end, because everything looks normal. Please do let us know if you guys are having technical problems, because right now this is actually it's a little delayed, but it's not bad. So, but if there's a huge problem, let us know, you guys. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I digress, but I'm like you. I'm going to eat, like, if you go to Greece, the lamb there is amazing.
I bet it is.
Any place where seafood is excellent.
Baklava. You go to Greece, you get baklava.
Right. Yes, you do. You do. And not that, when you travel to other places, they don't have, American food. Because when I went to Dubai, they had Chili's, McDonald's, Starbucks, all of that. And of course, I get me a cup of coffee at Starbucks. But I'm telling you now, I am going to eat the local food. And here's the deal. What people don't understand is wherever there's a large Black population, you should always ask Black people, what is it that they eat? What is it, like, where y'all go? What's the hot thing? Like, we're famous for our chicken wings here, whether it's Harold's Chicken, Uncle Remus, whatever the case may be. You don't come to Chicago and not have our chicken. So, yes. What were you saying?
No, I'm with you on that. That's right. We've invented. That's right, Miss Marguerite. We invented Pizzeria Uno. With deep dish. I still like my Giordano's. And actually, the pizza that I grew up on is Reggio's, because Reggio's not that far from here. They make good. Right. I love their thin crust more so than their deep dish. And let's not, Gino's East, home run in, we've created that. So it's just really interesting how people, when they travel, they want to do McDonald's. Maybe they just want to see if the food is the same as it is back home. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. When I used to travel to Japan quite a bit as a flight attendant, and that's where I garnered my love for sushi. And a lot of times you go into the restaurants and you just point at the menu because, of course, you really can't read it, but they have pictures on their menus.
Right.
And I got to pointing and pointing and pointing. And honey, next thing I know, the lady bought a bowl out. They had a fish head in it. That was like my appetizer. And then, so I'm just a foodie. So I love exploring foods from all over the world. So, all right. Well, good luck to Domino's. Sorry about that. But why the hell would y'all go to Italy any damn way? All right. So what else?
Well, I mean, we didn't talk about this since we've I don't know, we talked about Brittany Griner. Did we ever talk about the fact that, now she has been indicted for 9 years? They're really now trying. Bill Richardson, who was the former he was a former governor of New Mexico, is really going to try to negotiate her release, and Paul Whelan. So I know she's not been in the news cycle recently, but I'm still thinking about Brittany because I tell you, I would never want to be in her shoes where she's in Russia.
No, me neither.
At all. And we need to just bring her home.
Yeah. Somebody had made a comment on social media about the fact that Brittany has the deepest voice for a woman ever. And I kind of thought that as well, too. And I was like, now, I wonder if that has to do with her height or is she trying to change the sound of her voice? Because she really does have a very deep voice to be a female, so no, shunning or shaming of her. But when somebody finally said it on social media, I said, well, I thought it was just me. So yeah. I'm hoping that Brittany gets released. I really does. I really do.
And Paul Whelan, because he's been there for 3 years as well. And so, I'm sure there have been, I'm pretty sure there are other Americans who have been detained and jailed in Russia, and they're not getting the exposure that they need to get. So we just hope that all our Americans who are there need to come home. And unfortunately, with Putin, he just, he needs to go somewhere. He's going to use whatever he can to get leverage.
Right. They're going to trade the arms dealer from Russia for Brittany and another American Paul, which, okay, that's fine. A trade for a trade is fair. It is fair. Now, I'm wondering, will she still have to serve time once she gets here to the United States? Because I was told that if she paid the fee, that she may not still have to serve the time, or at least they would give her probation here. So what do you think?
I'd like to know what the fee is, because if it's $10 million, she can't afford it, then what?
Right, which is true. Right. So
because they could charge an insurmountable amount for her where she can't afford it. They'll just do that. And and I personally believe this, Art, if she wasn't Black and if she wasn't a woman and if she wasn't a lesbian, they probably would have given her maybe a pass. But the fact that she's Black, she's a woman, and she's lesbian, they don't favor people who are LGBTQ plus.
LGBTQ, right? They don't do that, right?
They don't do that. That's another reason why they have they've acted the way they have towards her, and it's just it's sad because again, this could happen to any one of us.
Right.
Anyway, I'll never forget when I worked at a certain company. I was asked, "Would you mind going to Russia for it?" Nope.
As a flight attendant, you can be sent to places like that on layovers. You can actually, absolutely. Because as a flight attendant, they can send you, if the airline flies to Moscow, I think it's another particular airport, you can actually have a layover, but what you do is you stay with your group. You only go out with particular people, but you can actually be sent over there and I know, absolutely, yes. Right. Debbie Green says she heard that they really like her in Russia. Yeah, that's what I kind of heard too.
She was a star in Russia, but nevertheless, I don't believe she did it intentionally. What happened, because it was medical cannabis for her pain. So, but nevertheless, I wouldn't be going to Russia.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what else we got in news tonight?
Well, we didn't talk about this, but I guess in entertainment news, it's probably the news has died down. But apparently, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson are no more, and apparently, K or Ye, whatever the hell his name is now, he calls himself now, has something to say about it. Why you have something to say? Y'all divorced? Yes.
So wait, what did Yeezy say? What did Yeezy say about his ex-wife?
Well, I still believe, Art, that he still loves some Kim Kardashian.
Absolutely.
And he don't like nobody wanting Kim Kardashian, but it says here it was now deleted. This happened. He deleted this August 8th Instagram photo. He posted a fake New York Times front page story headline that read, Skeet Davidson dead at age 28. Really? You know what?
Patty LaBelle.
He needs some help. And I know Dr. Donda, if she were living, God rest her soul, she yanked him and said, what is your problem? I raised you better than this. Have you lost your mind?
Yes, but now here's the deal. I never saw Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson lasting that long anyway. Remember when we first talked about the fact that they had gotten together, and I said, oh, that's a plaything, that's a boy toy. I said, I bet you Pete probably is a slick Willie, and I don't mean slick and trying to take her money, any of that, but I bet you he was charming, all of that. And and really, who gives a damn? Like, who? I mean, they lasted 9 months. Okay, Kim Kardashian is a cash cow. And Kanye is never gonna get over her. He's never gonna get over her. I don't care what you say. Hell, he never got over the girl that was a Delta that he sang about in his song. So, and definitely not after you was in such a wealthy family. So I mean, so no, and that's his baby mama times what, 4? Yeah, so yeah, no, he ain't gonna. And please, anytime he can rip any other dude that's been with his woman, he gonna do that. So, and I'm with Rick. He said, make him take his medicine. Yeah, make him take his medicine. Take something, because you tripping, bro. Right.
I mean, so, again, as I said, if Dr. Donda was still alive, she would yank him and say, boy, have you lost your mind? I didn't have you for 9 months for you to be acting like this.
Oh no, he gonna show his ass every chance he get. He gonna show his ass every chance he get. Now,
and the bad part about it is, I'm sure there are women who like him. Why? But okay,
right.
This does not look good. And mind you, when his daughters grow up, I always say this for men who have girls. However you treat your wife, sister, mother is indicative in how the girls are going to view relationships with men. Get it together, Kanye. Get it together.
Yes. Oh, and I want to take a moment to wish Ludacris's daughter, Karma, a happy 21st birthday. I remember when Karma was a little girl. I even have a backpack from one of Ludacris's events that he did, and she drew the decorations for the backpack, and his gala was named after her and everything. But she is 21 years old, and they have that whole new series, Karma's World, and it's a really big hit. So shout out to the family and congratulations on that. Debbie just brought up a great point. One of the people that's running for mayor is Alderman Sophia King. I don't know her personally, but I have had a couple of conversations with some people today, and they were saying, honey, she is mean as an old python snake, baby. They said she's a meanie. So I don't know the lady. I don't, but what I just know.
What is she in?
She is, she handles downtown. She handles downtown, Bronzeville, whatever Pat Dow does not handle, she handles.
Is she a sister?
Yeah, she's married to DJ Allen King from The Chosen Few.
Oh, I didn't know
that. Okay. Yeah, honey. Baby, somebody even told me today. Somebody told me today they wouldn't be surprised if she whooped his ass. I said, oh my Lord. Because I don't know her like that. I don't. But they were saying, baby, she is mean as an old python. I said, oh Lord, have mercy.
good luck to her, but
Right,
this
right.
is a diverse city. We won't be
Yes.
having no meanness up at City Hall. That's just not gonna
No,
happen.
no, we will not. So I have no idea, no disrespect to her. Bipolar disorder is real.
Yes.
He can't help it. Yeah, he can't. We understand that. And we're not trying to make fun of Kanye
He's
as
not,
much
but
as,
he had to get himself together. That's all I gotta say.
yes, yes,
He's
absolutely.
close to a billionaire. If you got that type of money, that means you have the type of money that you can get you some help. There's no
Yes.
excuse.
Right, which is true. Very, very true. All right. Well, we want to send a very special shout out to Miss Ann Smith at the age of 82 and Miss Madeline Murphy Rab, who is 77 years old. These two women are African American swimmers who competed in the 2022 National Senior Games, and they were the only Black women to compete and complete in their age group. They're a part of a documentary short called Team Dream, and this is a creation of award-winning filmmaker Lucia Fisher, who follows their story, and this will now debut at the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival, which is currently going on now in Martha's Vineyard. It'll also be on BET this fall, and this is a major accomplishment because actually, Miss Madeline's trainer, I know him very well. He teaches women how to swim, women who are past their prime, women who are afraid of water, all of that. I had him on my radio show. I know him very, very well. And to tell you the funniest thing, my last trip to Fort Lauderdale, he and I ran into each other in the airport, and he actually was there for these Olympics. And he was telling me all about it, everything. He was like, "Oh, all right, I'll call you," and I was so busy, all of that. How did I end up needing to go to the bathroom and ended up walking into the hotel where the Olympics were being held?
Wow. We gotta get him on the show because I
Yes.
honestly, now, let me just tell my story about swimming. I
Yes.
don't know how to swim. When I was
I don't either.
When I was a little K Renee, and they
Uh-huh.
had the YMCA not that far from where we are in Chatham,
Right.
they taught people how to swim.
Uh-huh.
When K Renee was trying and she was thrown in the pool, K Renee almost drowned. After then, K Renee don't come in. I get in the pool, but I'm very, even now to this day, I get very antsy about getting in the pool. And damn sure when you come to the ocean, I just literally dip my toe literally in the shallow before I wouldn't even think about getting in the ocean, let alone a pool. So I would
Wow.
love to meet him because I do want to learn how to swim. That is one of my, I won't say fears, but it's something I need to overcome.
Yes, Val Warner was just saying today on her social media, she does not know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. Here's the funniest thing. In order to be a flight attendant, you must be able to swim 90 feet, but it's with the aid of a flotation device. I'll have to share that story on air one day. It was so much stuff in that water. Long story short, I actually trained with a group of people that the class was 50% African American, 50% other. And they couldn't scrap the whole class because they would have lost 50% of the class, but most of us did not know how to swim. And so actually their coach, he has a story about why African Americans don't swim, just all of that. So we will have to have him on to talk about that one evening. But much like yourself, I think, that I want to learn how to swim as well too.
I like being on the beach, and I like
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. That's exactly who that is. Yes, that's who that is, Rick. You're absolutely right. She is the wife of a very famous surgeon. So I'm so happy for her. I don't know what to do. I think that's the most beautiful thing ever. It really is.
And again, I give both of Ms. Smith and Mrs. Robb all the credit because, again, that's something that I really want to conquer. That I won't say fear, but just a little trepidatious about being in the water and trying to swim. So
Yes, absolutely. Well, and that's a perfect segue for our guest tonight that will be joining us. As we said in our promotional material earlier, have you ever thought about a new lease on your life? Just things have happened. You mentioned about almost drowning. That's why you never learned how to swim. Me being a cancer survivor, everything that I went through and losing everything and trying to get back on my feet and reinventing myself. And our guest tonight is someone who could definitely talk about that. Let me explain to you guys about our guest that's coming up. He took a negative situation and turned it into a positive outcome. And that's what we're all about on this show. How do we turn something negative into something beautiful? Mr. Derek Vanderhorst is a folk-Americana artist and an acclaimed sound designer. Derek had it all. He was one of the most sought after musicians, sound designers, and re-recording mixers for film and television. His Academy Award nominated work included No Country for Old Men, as well as the hit movie that we all love, Hidden Figures. And to be really honest with you, I actually love The Eyes of Tammy Faye. If we only knew that these women wearing these eyelashes now, that's a throwback to Tammy Faye. It really is. It's a throwback to Tammy Faye. These ladies wearing these eyelashes. Tammy Faye was the originator of the wild. Oh, are you kidding me? And eye makeup. Derek knows firsthand about the power of a new lease on life. He was diagnosed with stage 4 head and neck cancer in 2016. He was told that he might lose his voice, and even worse, he may die. In that moment, he knew that he no longer could not live his lifelong passion of music. He is now 5 years cancer-free, and he is singing, y'all. And guess what? He's going to sing for us tonight as well, too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a warm welcome for our new friend. You know, we make everybody a family member once we meet. Right. So he going to have new relatives in Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, first-time guest, Mr. Derek Vanderhorst. Yay!
How are you?
Good. How are you this evening?
Everywhere you go, you hear cancer survivor stories, right? Like it's everywhere now.
Yes.
And I want to take swimming lessons.
Oh, good. Good. So you don't know how to swim?
I'm okay. You don't want me saving you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very good.
And Derek, also, Tammy Faye, I'd like to say, I think she's the first Kardashian.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because when I was a kid, we were watching her on TV, and she was bigger than life.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Yes, she was. Yep. Everybody loved Tammy Faye Baker. And just to think that these ladies now are wearing the exaggerated eyelashes and the heavy makeup. But really, when you think about it, Tammy Faye Baker was the original creator of that look, you know?
He really is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Derek, it is an honor and a pleasure to have you here with us this evening. Your resume is just so impressive. But what touches me more than anything is your story of being a cancer survivor. I'm a survivor as well. And so please just introduce yourself, tell the audience a little bit about you, and then we're going to get all up in your business. Okay.
Nothing off.
All right. Yeah. All right. Very good.
So I was working in films as a mixer, sound designer, and one day another mixer, I had a lump on my neck, and my beard was big back then. By the way, they said I'd never grow a beard again. That's what they told me. Mm-hmm. So, and he saw a lump through my beard, and I was ignoring it because I thought it was like a swollen gland or whatever. And guys never go to the doctor. So, guys, if you start feeling a little lump there, go to the doctor. So I went in and immediately my doctor was like sent me into a surgeon that evening, called him back to his office, and it was a crazy experience, like my cancer experience, just how quickly everything happened and progressed. And I feel fortunate because, I had great doctors and doctor who spotted it right away. And I drink a lot because I don't have saliva after the radiation and chemo. But we can get into all that. So
okay, absolutely. Look, we like to
Pardon me,
drink.
Mike.
Look, we
Yeah.
like to stay hydrated
Good,
anyway.
good.
Yes, we're a family show. You know what? I like the fact that you said they told you would never grow a beard. The reason why I have these dreadlocks to this day is when I was diagnosed and was going through my treatment, they told me I was going to lose all of my hair, and I didn't. And once my hair started growing, I just felt it was a great way to continue to keep going and just praying that my cancer would not come back. So I do fully understand that.
It reminds you every day, right?
Yes.
Every time you look in the mirror, you're like, hey, look at that. Yeah.
Yes. So, Derek, let me ask you this. When you first got diagnosed, and as you said, you had a great medical team, and they are telling you may never sing again, you could possibly die. What was going through your mind at that time?
And anyone who's experienced cancer, like hearing the word cancer is kind of the most frightening thing you can imagine. And it was one of those situations where like I had to go see a surgeon, get a biopsy, go in, they biopsied my tongue, go in to see a chemo oncologist and then a radiation oncologist. And the chemo oncologist, I was like, so what's the prognosis here? He goes, well, the chemo that we use, there's a high likelihood it can impair your hearing. And then I was like, well, that's what I do for a living is hear. And luckily, he was one of the head researchers at UCLA and in the country. And he came up with a program that saved my hearing. But he also said, he goes, take 100 like ball bearings and heat them up to 1,000 degrees and put them in your mouth and start swallowing those. And that's the next 3 months of your life. And that's kind of how it felt. Like I couldn't eat, I couldn't swallow, I couldn't drink. It was, it was incredibly painful. But I think when you're in it, right, like, you're just fighting to stay alive. So I don't know that you get too caught up in it, but, and this reminded me of something you just said, where he was like, you have to choose now to accept life and take it on and be grateful for every day and fight this cancer and know that your life is going to change dramatically in incredibly positive ways after this. Or you're going to be afraid of cancer every day for the rest of your life. And a lot of people go into depression and things like that. And he's like, I want you to make the decision before we leave this room today, how you're going to attack it.
Powerful.
It really was.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about your career and how you even got into sound design. I'm a person, I love music, but I'm a person that loves music at a certain tone, a certain pitch. And so you've got to be really skilled and a great ear to be in sound design. So how did that all happen?
I think I make a joke that we're all failed musicians. Everybody in sound has like come through music, and we figured out at one point or another that you can make a better living in film than you can in music. But what you can't do is touch people's lives the same way. So that's why I came back to music after cancer. So it's really musical. Like sound for film, because you're building layers. Sometimes 1,000 sounds are going at one time, and you have to make sense of all those, and you have to have your ears make sense of all those. So it's it's like if you had drums and bass and keyboards and cello and violin and singers and all those things, you have to make those into 2 tracks eventually. So you might have 50 or 100 tracks. Film is that times 10. Because we have all the music and dialogue and many people talking, and we do like birds and errors and winds and carbines and gunshots, and we put every sound you hear back into the movie after it's shot. Yeah.
Very good.
So it's a very musical experience. It's a layered musical experience, the same as mixing an album.
Wow, very good. K. Renee, go right in, because I knew you've been reading a lot about him as well too.
I have. Derek, you know, when I first read about you, and the first thing that you were affiliated with one of my favorite films,
Yeah.
historic. You know, I'm going to ask the question, how was it like working with Hidden Figures? I mean, you know, I think about the women that really just kind of propelled into learning about STEM. And, you know, and he
Yeah.
worked on this film. How was that experience like?
Well, that's the one I was diagnosed on.
Really?
So, yes. So I was working with NASA, collecting sounds from their archives, and doing all of this and kind of preparing to start the work on it when I was diagnosed. And, you know, the process for us, post-production audio, is usually, 6 months to a year. So I worked on it for about a month and then was diagnosed, and the director let me come back after my treatments, which kind of saved my life. So it was like, because it's a healing film anyhow, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a powerful healing film, and being able to come back and mix that film was it made me kind of feel normal again after being in bed for 3 months and going through all those treatments and things. But man, it was an amazing crew. The director is amazing, Ted, a picture editor, and then all the guys I get to work with every day. It was a really special time for me in that way as well. Like, not just a special film, but a healing film for me. And something that just almost brought me back to life, or a normalcy in life at least.
Did you get the opportunity to meet the cast?
I did, because we shoot ADR with them. So
okay.
Yeah, so I did. I was there for a lot of the ADR sessions, and then got to meet the cast they do a cast and crew screening at the end after we finish everything. Yeah, but I wish I had more quality time with the cast, but my experience with them is usually just for a few hours.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most rewarding thing about the career that you're in? Is it being the perfectionist? Is it, it with a lot of people, I love talking to people and I feel that's my gift. But, at times you're like, oh my God, I could do other things. But what makes you the perfectionist at what you do?
I love wearing shorts to work, so we'll start there.
I do too. I just hate I don't have that kind of job. I do too.
That's right. I didn't want to wear a suit, but it's I think the creativity and like coming out of sounds out of nothing, and like building sounds, creating sounds, recording sounds. It's really a special job that nobody even thinks about, because even for the car buys, I'll go record all the old cars. They had all the teletypes back then, the computers they called them. So we got those, and we got to record those. And it's just the kind of the intimacy of creating the sounds and figuring all that out, and the soundscape. It's a pretty magical journey on every film.
I do want to find out. Oh, wait. We do have a question from somebody.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say. They said, for those who don't know, what is ADR?
Oh, so it stands for automatic dialogue replacement. And that's an old film term when they ran the film by, and they would just kind of loop it. But so if an actor is maybe running or something, and the mic is shaking and you can't get a clean signal, but they're talking at the same time, or they pat themselves, or maybe the battery dies while they're recording, or maybe you want to change a word or get something a little different read, we'll put up picture with the actor, and they'll watch themselves and listen to themselves, and they'll listen and replace the dialogue, and we'll record it in real time back to picture.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of actors do not like that process, but funny enough, the musical ones are very good at it, because they hit the pitches. Because a lot of times the director wants it to sound exactly like it did on the day. We just need to do it for technical reasons. There's other reasons we do ADR as well. Like when people are fighting, they don't usually have like mics on them, you know, or Tom Cruise is doing a stunt or whatever it is. They don't have a mic on them. So we have to get them like fighting or wrestling, those kind of sounds as grunts, or yelling as they're dropping, or, you know, those kinds of things.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
And, you know, it's there's a lot of ADR in every movie, and it's our job to make it look and sound like it's natural.
Okay, very good. Now, we also want you to explain what is a folk Americana singer. Now, is that basically music from a certain part of the country? Is it music from the beginning of? Please help us to understand a little bit better of what it is. And you're going to give us a sample tonight or play something for us. Yeah,
I think it's so folk. When I think of folk, it could be, you know, even from the 30s or 40s, but even John Denver, you know, guys like that we've all heard of. Or Dolly Parton has done some folk and bluegrass albums and country albums. I think it's kind of singer-songwriter music. And maybe we just don't know how to classify ourselves.
Okay.
But it's, yeah. It's singer-songwriter music. So
we were joking.
A guy or a woman with a guitar or a fiddle or whatever, or a banjo. Yeah.
Okay. We were joking one night on the show about we were raised to elevator music. It was only when I got in high school that I started listening to true R&B, soul music.
Yeah.
But my grandmother, John Denver, was somebody, oh my God. She used to love John Denver so much. What was the song? Mountain High and then
Rocky Mountain High.
Rocky Mountain High. Yes. So I tell people whenever I hear those type of songs, if I'm in an elevator or someplace where they're playing it, people look at me and I go, listen, I didn't get into black music until I was in high school. My grandmother listened to, you know, light music. People would be surprised that, you know, I think a lot of times people think all African Americans, you know, were raised, but, you know, I know people that used to listen to Larry Lujack and rock and roll and things like that. So we've joked about that on the show, you know, many times that, you know, so I do know that music, Dolly Parton and John Denver, Roy Orbison, and, you know.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cool new bands coming out, and like, you know, just it's an exciting time for music where it's becoming like real instruments are kind of taking over again in a sense, especially for people my age, because we have a chance now. Like nobody cares about age anymore in music. When we were young, you had to be 20 or younger when you started your music career. And I did that too. And I came from like the 80s music. So I was like, you know, The Cure, Depeche Mode, like all the electronic and like new wave music. And so my first band was that. All my bands, like until this project, were kind of that music. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And then, you know, I was laying in bed for months through cancer treatments and started listening to different music. And it kind of just drew me this direction. I didn't even mean to do it. It just happened. I didn't set out. Really? Yeah. I was like, because I'd stopped playing guitar for 20 years. And after going through cancer, I was like, I got to get back to music. And so I started playing guitar again, did a lot of YouTube video lessons, things like that, to try and remember how to play guitar. And then I started writing songs, and I couldn't sing them. So I was going to have somebody else sing them. And I had lost my voice. I really couldn't talk for more than maybe a sentence without losing my voice or coughing. So I started vocal rehab, and my teacher right away was like, no, you're going to sing on your album. Just wait. And 2 years later, I recorded my first album.
So let's talk about you recording. Congratulations, this first album.
Yeah.
Here it is. You have it. You're out. You're doing the doggone thing. What have you learned from that recording that album experience?
It's like dreams and passions and living life, like trying to do something cool or interesting for yourself every day is so important. Like I was so consumed with work, as we get that way in this country, right? That I forgot that life is amazing. So really, it's an kind of a tribute album to that. And we were going through COVID at the time too. So that was a crazy time, all of us being locked up. So it was just the whole album is kind of a reminder of like my friends, my family. Like it was a very introspective time. I lost a friend right when that started. And my buddy was out, when we could kind of get together again through COVID and from kindergarten. And we went to call our other buddy's mom because we lost Jimmy's number. But I still knew his mom's number from when we were in kindergarten. And we found out that he passed away. So it was like the whole album is kind of a tribute to like friendship and life and, and a look back maybe at, all the things. That's the things beautiful. We went through. Yeah.
Derek, I don't know if you know, I do nuggets every morning to inspiration. And I love this. And I want to ask you this nugget, I may have to use it.
Yeah.
Life is short and relationships matter. Be grateful for everything that we have and pursue your passions and dreams at any age or stage in your life. So I want to ask you, as you've gone through this experience, who inspires you, Derek, to be the best Derek Vanderhorst this universe has ever seen?
Well, that's friends and family. When I went, I was a total workaholic and I kind of lost touch with a lot of friends and things. We would like hang out once a month, that sort of thing. But I was going through treatments and the person who was supposed to be closest to me couldn't really show up for whatever reason. And all my friends started driving over and taking me to treatments, coming and just sitting on the couch next to me, like doing all these things. One friend, Eric, like I had 38 treatments, I believe it was, of radiation. So he got me this box of 38 rocks and he wanted me to throw out a rock on the way to treatment every day. So I think it's friends and family, right? That and love and all. I have a fiance now who's amazing. It all really comes down to people you love. I think that's it, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
The meaning of life, really. I mean, that's a pretty simple answer, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I do. I love that. I really do. Well, congratulations on the new fiance. Whenever there's a rebirth, it is important to have somebody in your corner that loves you. And I tell people, when you've gone through, what you've gone through, and myself and other cancer survivors, it's really special when somebody loves you and you love them back. So that's really beautiful.
Right. Did you go through after cancer? Like, would anyone want to love me now? Like, I'm kind of
all of that,
right?
All of that, physical, mental, emotion, abandonment, you name it, brother. I probably could write a book about that entire journey. And I went through the journey pretty much by myself. So it just was, incredible to say the least. So that's why when this story came across my desk, I said, I definitely wanted to talk to you, because my thing was the type of cancer I was battling. I wanted to know if there were other Black men who had experienced it. And I went to all network systems and everything, and they really couldn't even find anybody. But years later, I ended up meeting younger Black guys who had the same type of leukemia that I had. So, just interesting to say the least.
I can't imagine going through it alone like that.
Yeah.
That's got to be the most lonely feeling and like helpless feeling in the world. And leukemia is it's a long treatment schedule.
It is. And it's something that can come back. So that's why you have to, be very careful. But I'm thankful. I'm appreciative of every day that I'm here on this earth. And if I was to leave today or tomorrow, I thank God for it all, because it's been an epic journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has. It has.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're going to perform a song for us. We're going to put your website up when you're
thank you.
done.
Yeah.
When you're done, we're going to close out and talk with you. But you've been an amazing guest. And then look, on this show, we make you family. Okay. So you ever come to Chicago? Guess what? You got 2 relatives that live on the South Side. Okay.
Well, careful, because I might be knocking.
Oh well, come on. And look, and we feed people and we go out and have a good time. So don't.
Yes, we do.
All right, very
I
good.
would love that. That's amazing.
Very good. All right, well, Derek, go right ahead and perform your song for us. What is it?
You know what? I was going to do a different song, but since I talked about Jimmy, I'm going to do that song.
All right.
And it's called It's All Right. So there you go.
It's okay.
Very good. It's all right. We believe it's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our guest, Mr. Derek Vanderhorst.
And I tuned for the other song, so give me a second.
That's all right.
Let's see. All right, can you hear that okay?
Yeah.
Yes, beautiful.
Cool. It's all right. It's all right. If you're living here tonight. It's okay. It's okay. If you haven't got the words to say. It's a long way to go where I don't know, no, I don't know. It's a dark and lonely road. Leads me home, it leads me home. And I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder if we'll be alright. Tell me, do the stars shine bright and light your way? Where will you go? Will you go? Will you know you're not alone? You're in my heart, in my song. You're with me all along. Winds will chase the rains away. Morning brings a bright new day. And I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder if we'll be alright. Tell me, do the stars shine bright and light your way?
Yay! That was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
That was beautiful. That really was.
I love the lyrics.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, very nice. Yes, excellent. Derek,
I appreciate you guys having me on here, by the way. This is
are
great.
you kidding me? We love you. Are you kidding? You did a great job. So listen, where can we find your music? How can we find you, follow you, all of that great stuff?
So DerrickVmusic.com. It's DerekV, like Vanderhorst.
I'm getting ready to put it up there now. Yep, I got
or the real Derek V Music on Instagram.
Yep.
And I just started TikTok. I'm terrible at social media, so
that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna follow you on TikTok.
Who are you follows and likes? I don't know.
That's all right.
Look, I'm trying to learn it. Yeah.
Very good. Who are you on TikTok? Have you done TikTok yet?
Yeah. I think it's the real Derek V Music.
Okay. All right. Because I'm definitely we both are on TikTok. Very good.
Right. Okay. Good. Maybe you can give me some tips.
Yes. Anytime you need some tips, just start creating. Derek, I thought TikTok was a waste of time. And really, TikTok is an amazing tool. I've learned so much from TikTok and met so many people from TikTok, and it allows people to express themselves. So you would be perfect. You'd be perfect. Right. Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
I put up my first video, so we'll see how it all goes. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Let's see. We got some feedback from the audience. You got applause. Everybody love it. How wonderful. Marguerite said, great job. You did a wonderful job. What's next, Derek? Before we let you go, what is next? What's on the radar for you?
I am leaving California, Los Angeles next week to Colorado.
Okay.
So I'm moving to Denver. I'm going to be in Denver and Nashville, and then I'm going to start recording my next album and tour out of Colorado because it's kind of more central.
Okay, good. So you're actually moving to Colorado.
Yeah. I'm moving to
Wow.
Colorado. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be in
very
Denver.
good.
Yeah, Denver
Yes.
next week.
Okay, well, very good. All
So
right. Well,
any
now-
Denver
You know where to
people,
come.
look me up and we'll hang out.
Absolutely. I love Denver.
Yeah, it's a
I do
great
too.
city.
Look, mountain high, baby. Mountain
Mountain
high.
high.
Yeah.
Mountain I'll have to do some John Denver songs for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
Denver too. It is.
Yeah.
Well, Derek,
Yeah.
it has been a pleasure,
Yeah,
an
thank you,
honor. We
guys.
look forward anytime you want to come back and hang out. I just love your PR person. That's my buddy. So yes, she always brings
great.
me some of the best people ever. You guys,
Yeah.
please check him out at DerrickVmusic.com. Derek V as in Victor, music.com. The real Derek. What is it on Instagram and
The real Derek V Music.
okay, the real Derek V Music on Instagram and on TikTok. Let's support and follow our friend. He shared a wonderful
Thank you.
story tonight of
Yes,
turning
he did.
any bad situation into a positive situation. And we appreciate you, brother. God bless you.
Oh,
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
guys. Thank you.
Yes, we do. Thank you. Have a beautiful night, and we'll talk to you
Yes.
again soon.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Safe
Take
travels.
care.
All right.
Take
Bye.
care, Derek. Bye.
Bye. Oh
Oh
my
my
God, he
goodness.
was amazing. Wasn't he amazing? Oh my goodness. I just love
He's
him.
still
That
with
was
us.
great. I got
There
him.
we go.
Okay, he's gone now. Yep, I got him. So make sure you guys support Derek V Music. I'm overcome. That's how great he was.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. And that nugget you shared was excellent. It was perfect for what we were talking about. Is that the nugget for the night?
No, it's not the nugget, but it's that was his nugget. That's his nugget.
Oh,
I
yes.
do have a nugget that's kind of in line with what we've been talking about all night. So whenever
All right,
you're
because
ready.
this has been a great show tonight. It really has. Okay, go right ahead, darling, and deliver your nugget of the evening.
All righty. This is Wise Words Wednesday, y'all. And I just want to say this. To be beautiful means to be yourself. Because you don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. Again, this is Wise Words Wednesday. Hashtag accept and love you unconditionally.
Oh, I love that. I do. That sounds beautiful. For more information, go to Karen's Music. No, I'm selling music tonight. Oh my God. Go to Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge.com. Karen's Nuggets of Knowledge.com. That's where you can find out all of her daily inspiration and wisdom and things that she shares. Every morning, she gives great nuggets that get you through the day. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget, you guys, today is our Friday, but we will be back Monday night. We have a lot of great guests coming up next week on the show. K. Renee, any plans for the weekend?
Well, just staying alive. That's always a good thing. And,
Staying alive.
Staying alive. But finally, hopefully, knock on wood, I think you all remember last year, my roof had crashed and trying to get that together. So hopefully my contractor will come in and take care of business finally.
Okay, very good. All right, very good. Yep.
Yes.
Shout out to the 93rd annual Bud Billiken Day Parade.
Yes.
It's coming Saturday. It steps off at 10 a.m. First time returning back to in person. I think I'll be at the VIP breakfast on Saturday morning, meeting and greeting with all the big wigs and people. So be safe, have fun. Yes, the Black Women's Expo is this weekend here in Chicago. So make sure you guys go out and check the Black Women's Expo out. A lot of back to school health fairs, backpack and book bag giveaways. So make sure you guys support that as well too. Most importantly, we want you guys to stay safe, healthy, happy, whole, and complete. Don't do anything crazy. Have a great weekend. Melda said she great show. Enjoyed Derek. Have a blessed weekend. Yes, Derek was wonderful. He's our new relative, right? We've
Yes, he
adopted
is.
him. Yes. Now
Right.
we got somebody to go visit in Denver now.
Don't we though?
Yep, we do. And whenever he comes to Chicago, he has family here now. So very
That's
good.
right.
All right. Well, we love you guys so much. Thank you, Marguerite. Thank you, Wamelda. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Susan, Karen. Who else do we have tonight?
Candace
Yes,
came by,
Eva. Yes, absolutely. We've had a lot of people. I think my computer froze up. Let me see. Let me see if we can get out of here. Let me turn this back on. Okay, hopefully I get enough energy to get us out of here. Yay! I did. On behalf of Kay Renee and yours truly, Art Chat Daddy Sims, I thank you guys so much. For more information about me, you can visit therealchatdaddy.com, therealchatdaddy.com. We'll be back Monday night at 7 o'clock with more great shows for your viewing and listening pleasure. Be well, my beautiful friends, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Have a beautiful weekend. We love you guys. Yes. What a great way to close out the week. Good night.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real Chat Daddy Show.